Okay, so we have got two major updates. Jasprit Bumrah is not going to be part of this game. Don't worry, no alarm bells, please. No alarm bells.
No
He's
injuries.
not injured. He's not injured. But for Australia, Steve Smith is going to captain.
Oh yeah.
No Pat Cummins, and it's a repeat of maybe the Border Gavaskar Trophy. Remember Smith
Yeah.
won his test in Indore.
Yes.
And he'll be looking to end India's unbeaten run here,
And
because
they
India
won it
have
in-
never lost in Indore in ODIs.
And they won it in some manner.
Some manner on a pitch which was a sand pit.
Steve Smith brings some luck with him.
Yup, indeed. And why Pat Cummins? Has Pat Cummins been rested today? Is
Do we know?
Rotation.
Is there a statement on it?
Nothing has come
Nothing.
yet. Although there is a statement on Jasprit Bumrah that yes, he's gone back home to spend time with family for a short break.
So he's in Mumbai.
Yep, and from Mumbai to Rajkot, anyway, direct flight. There is a direct flight from Mumbai to Rajkot. There is not a direct flight from Delhi to Rajkot. Can you believe it? You have to come to Ahmedabad, Ahmedabad to Rajkot, or Delhi to Mumbai, Mumbai to Rajkot. It's terrible as far as connectivity is concerned. But yep, at the Holkar Stadium in Indore, we are all set for the toss, and there will be a lot of team changes, by the way. If I look at Australia and India we know Mukesh Kumar is the
Included
replacement.
in the squad. Is he replacing him in the 11? That's what we don't know.
That's what it's been said. Replacement for Jasprit Bumrah.
Exactly. Now, will that translate to a replacement in the playing 11? That we'll have to wait and watch.
And Australia won the toss and they have chosen to bowl.
Not
Okay.
But I think the
Not
dew
surprised.
factor,
Dew will be there.
not so much in Indore, because
It's still hot.
it was raining in Indore for the past week. It was pouring, in fact, in Indore, and that's why Australia won the toss and chose to bowl. I don't see
But again, batting
dew playing a
tracks.
factor, but it will be a batting.
But that's the thing. Batting tracks, like you saw with India as well. Again, you want to chase, simple
Yeah.
as that. You want to chase down targets.
And remember, last time when India and Australia played at Indore, it was in 2017, an ODI. Aaron Finch scored a brilliant century, and Steve Smith also came close to a 50. He scored a 50. Australia were restricted to 291, but India chased it down thanks to Hardik Pandya, 78, and Rohit Sharma, 1-6, went into the basketball court. He had it so cleanly. And
When it comes to rain, it's been raining a lot in India for some reason.
your hometown, Nagpur
Yeah,
itself
it's-
is facing.
It is flooding.
Yeah,
I got some videos from my neighbors, and it's bad.
it is bad.
People are traveling on boats.
Indore did face a brunt of rain about last week, so that's why it's not doing it. Because Bhopal also had rain, and that's the reason why I know that Indore was also badly affected. So,
Climate change.
yeah, Nagpur this time of the year floods rarely.
And it's also the fact that there's a huge lake in
Yeah.
Nagpur, the Ambazari Lake, which overflows into the city.
Of
Like
course.
if there's too much water, that it's going
Same
to
like in
overflow.
Bhopal, Upper Lake, massive lake. If there is rain, if
But
there's
it's still receded,
No.
From let's say 10 years back, if you to see, I remember it used to be brimming, let's say.
But I think you must have gone at some other time, because if you go after September, it is brimming. But then towards November, December, it goes down. That's the thing. So let's see what are the changes. Have I gotten the team changes? Has the BCCI been kind enough to mail me?
The phone just vibrated, so
phone vibrated?
Can check.
No, not yet. They haven't. They haven't.
Are
Sent
you
it.
sure it's not spam?
No.
They haven't sent it yet. So
It will be a sheer coincidence when the team announcement's coming. There's this thing.
yep. Remember,
No, nothing else.
India are heading into this Indore match having won very comfortably, you may say, in Mohali. They were rarely troubled except for that brief period in the middle overs when Zampa was really bowling well.
Yes, Zampa was involved in all 4 wickets at the start.
Yeah, 4
That-
wickets. So
Run out also happened of his bowling.
exactly. If they have not released the team, that means there are a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Everyone's taking time to.
More
Exactly.
scribbling and then
And perhaps the new
Adding
broadcaster
people.
has learned a thing or two. as
Not to
far as-
preempt.
Exactly.
wait for the official team sheet and then
Yeah, exactly.
show the
Not
visuals.
Shubman Gill like he was by the
That-
earlier
Anyway,
broadcaster.
This has happened?
Yeah,
Yes.
during the Asia
Squad
Cup,
Oh,
announcement.
right.
That was during the squad announcement.
they excluded Shubman Gill.
Yeah, I remember.
And later on, but then the blame came on us because we trusted the wrong source. They are actually not to be considered as a source. That's what the learning that we got.
And who's replacing Pat Cummins?
we don't know whether Pat Cummins has been replaced or whether he's just off duty as captain. We don't know. So I am just waiting.
I'm facing internet issues now.
So we have to wait.
Checking.
We have to wait at this point in time. So a lot of I think there will be changes because if they have not released the team sheet,
Prasidh's there, right?
huh?
Prasidh
is there, but I think he won't feature because it will be Mukesh. I have a feeling it will be Mukesh Kumar. Pat Cummins is there. I think he's not the captain today.
Maybe that could be it.
Because see, today you're not going to see Mitchell Starc and Glenn Maxwell come in. Cummins himself confirmed it yesterday in the Mohali post-match presentation that these two are not going to be there. They'll mostly be back only for Rajkot.
Third.
See, Rajkot, you're going to see the warm-up.
full-fledged.
You're going to see the core.
Yeah.
Finally.
For both the sides.
Yes. So, still no team updates. I mean, I'm really worried now. Either there has been a total change or they're still awaiting what is the thing. They have not, the host broadcasters have still not
Can we
gotten
check?
No, we haven't got it here as well.
Can we go to Don Bradman?
We can go to Don Bradman and okay, so
Oh,
the
there we
playing
go.
eleven here has been released. Okay. So,
Shubman Gill, Ruturaj
Gaikwad, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, Ravindra Jadeja, that doesn't change. Ashwin still plays, Thakur still plays.
There we go.
Oh, there is Prasidh Krishna.
Yep.
Okay. So Rahul himself made a mention that yes, Prasidh is there. So that's the only change in the Indian
The only
team.
change is Jasprit Bumrah goes
Goes out and Prasidh Krishna
comes in.
Yep.
Still you would ask questions.
Yep.
Because if you've not played Washington Sundar in 2 games, you're not going to play.
Oh, look, Pat Cummins is not playing. Sean Abbott is coming in. No, wait. Josh Hazelwood comes in.
Spencer Johnson.
Hazelwood.
Yep, Spencer Johnson, I think it's his ODI debut. I think he made his T20 debut against South Africa and he really bowled well. So, David Warner, Matthew Short, if you say those are the 2 openers.
Yep.
Steve Smith, Marnus Labuschagne, Josh Inglis, Alex Carey. Carey is in, so no Mitch Marsh also.
So
He's
Inglis
back.
is also there, is he?
Yeah, Inglis
Yeah.
also is there, but Carey is the keeper.
Keepers carry. Last time
Yes.
we saw Inglis keep the wickets.
Yes. So you are going to see, okay, Warner, Short, Smith, Labuschagne, Josh Inglis, Alex Carey, Cameron
So Matthew
Green.
Short's been promoted, by the way. He was batting in the lower middle order last time around. He's now going to be opening with David Warner, given the the team sheet that's been shared with us. So Warner and Short open, Smith at number 3, Labuschagne at 4, Inglis at 5, Carey at 6,
Green at 7.
Cameron Green at 7, Sean Abbott at 8. So you can say they've got batting till 8. Zampa again, some runs, maybe you get about 5-10 from him, but batting till
Hazelwood
8.
is just a solid bat. Spencer Johnson is the only guy who's a proper left-arm bowler. Remember, he's a left-arm pacer who did well for in the 100.
I would in fact say their Abbott is just as good as our Shami perhaps. By the
Abbott
way-
can be a Thakur.
Abbott can be a Thakur. I doubt.
Same batting. He's a solid bat and he's done well.
And gives away 78 runs as
No,
well.
he doesn't give that many. But yeah, he does attack a lot more. He's an attacking bowler, Sean Abbott, and that's why if you look at it, you can call him a Thakur. He doesn't lead that many runs though. So Australia are batting till number 8, India are batting till number 10. Honestly, if you look at it, 9.5 I will say. Shami is a 50-50 batter. If he clicks, boy, he can take the game away. If he doesn't,
need your number 8 to click.
Yeah.
He's not clicked for a long time now.
exactly. But now, okay, so that means for the second game running, no Washi.
Third game.
Yeah. Oh, he was there in the first game.
He didn't play the
He didn't get to bowl. Didn't get to bat. But in fact, there is a very interesting stat that is there because in all of India's big wins, India versus Sri Lanka in Thiruvananthapuram, which they bundled them out for 70.
No Marcus Stoinis as well.
There
Like,
is no Marcus Stoinis.
Yeah.
Yes. Stoinis, I think, has been
that's a
rested.
wholesome change in the Australian squad.
Yep. So you're seeing no Mitchell Marsh, no Pat Cummins, no Marcus Stoinis.
I think it could be just resting before the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean that's the only way I look at it because see, 27th is the last international for every single side. England
29th you got
30th onwards, right?
29th I think Pakistan are playing. No, if I'm not
29th Pakistan, New Zealand are playing in Hyderabad behind closed doors, and India's games are on 30th and the 1st. So This is, I think,
First, no, I don't think India playing on first.
Third. Yeah, India, Netherlands at Thiruvananthapuram. And India, England at Barsapara. So that's the way it is. But this game, I think, could be possibly the last for Mohammad Shami also in the playing 11. Because I think you're going to see Siraj slot back in. And by
That
luck
goes
or
also.
whatever you want to look at it, workload management and all, you've got Prasidh also getting a game in. And
See, Prasidh played a game in the Asia Cup as well, right?
he played against Nepal, if I'm not mistaken.
So he played one game there. He didn't get a second game there.
He
Which is
didn't
why,
do well.
because he was there in the reckoning and he was named, let's not forget, he was named immediately after he was made available, just like Jasprit Bumrah. Both of them were included at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think his mentions in the pressers have also been too often and frequent in the last 6 months that we've missed him, let's say. So that's a clear indication that the team management has been looking at him for a while now. They really wanted him back. Now that he is available, I know Mukesh was there in the Australia series and he's made his test debut very recently.
In West Indies, he
the
made.
T20 as well, he was playing in the West Indies and all of that. And he's also getting some sort of backing, but perhaps not. He's not ahead of Prasidh Krishna at the moment.
I think they will look at Mukesh Kumar as an option only as maybe a long shot in the T20 World Cup. Maybe. He's predominantly a red ball bowler, I feel. I think they're pigeonholing him for that.
Also very, very new at the moment. In the Indian squad, not overall, but in the Indian squad, you don't get as many chances as soon as you're in. You have to kind of prove yourself and then you get the long rope. So I think, and with Siraj already there, there's Shami, there's Bumrah, I was going to say Arshdeep, and all of them already in the lineup. So
yeah, but remember, Arshdeep has fallen way off the radar. He's not going to be part of the World Cup anyway. So
He's playing the Asian Games.
He is playing in the Asian Games, and remember, India's Asian Games campaign does not begin before October 3.
Oh yeah.
Because remember, India are already higher ranked, and that's why they are made it directly to the quarterfinals. Good news if you are a cricket fan today, because the India women's team have at least assured India one more medal. Whether that is silver or the gold, we will come to know about it tomorrow. Because tomorrow at 11:30, you're going to see Pakistan or Sri Lanka. The match is it's currently happening at this point, if I'm not mistaken. But if the game gets washed out, Pakistan go through because of a higher ranking. So that is the current situation that we are seeing at this point. So India's women's team, they lost the T20 series 2-1, but they were close games. 1-1.
The Bangladesh series now.
Yeah. This was such a sorry performance.
And some sorry behavior as well, I would say.
From Harmanpreet Kaur.
Yes.
Yeah.
Courtesy which she's now facing a 2-match ban.
By the way, she's back. She's back for the finals.
Only for the final.
Yeah.
She doesn't get to play before that. So she wasn't able to feature also in the game today.
Yeah.
And in the game against Malaysia, which though only
Exactly.
Shefali Verma.
Yeah, only Shefali Verma
It was the Shefali Verma show.
Yep. So, good news if you are an Indian sports fan in general, because you are getting 5 medals today. You've gotten 5 medals in rowing and shooting. Imagine a 19-year-old getting 2 medals in the same day at the Asiad. Wow. That is the story of Ramita Jindal. You can check that video out also that we've done. And coming back to India, Australia. See, if India win the series today, their number 1 ranking is cemented. No other way you can go below Pakistan, then no way Australia can catch up.
before the ODI World Cup.
Before the ODI World Cup, yes. So India will cement the number 1 ranking today itself. But there is a thing about 27th. It may be a dead rubber, very well may be a dead rubber, but you're going to see a warm-up, a World Cup before a World Cup.
Even if it is a dead rubber, let's say, I don't think the two teams will play it as a dead rubber.
No.
Yeah.
Both are playing with their World Cup core.
Exactly. That, in essence, will be the actual dress rehearsal.
That is the dress rehearsal, yes.
This is squad rotation, this is game time, this is a hint of experimentation also, I would say. You're still trying to find, both squads in fact, is still trying to find some sort of answers there. But they know that third match, when everyone with the big sharks are back, that's when the real action is going to happen. So you're going to be seeing Australia, even if it is a dead rubber, forget the Aussie spirit, let's say, for the fact that you're playing the home favourites.
Yes.
India, forget the fact that they're a good side, but the fact that are playing in front of the home crowd.
Yep.
Gives them an extra edge as well.
Yep, and remember, they may be peaking at the right time and Australia's slump may be happening at the wrong time.
And if they are to lose today, it would be
Five
five straight
consecutive.
ODI losses.
Yep.
That's-
And that is, but I will not read too much into it because Australia had a similar slump even in 2021. But what happened? They won.
True.
And Australia had a great run in 2022. But what happened? They got knocked out just because of a net run rate factor. That's why. So I think that 2011 thing is a past template. Even 2015 also is a past template. 2019, I mean, if you look at it, England also, they just about scraped through. Because they lost to Pakistan, they lost to Australia at Lords, they had a they lost to Sri Lanka also.
See, so that's the thing, and that's why making it to the semis is far more important, let's say. You can afford to have on route to the semis, let's say you can afford to have those couple of slip-ups, but once you're there in the semis, one freak performance here and there, and that's it's a few moments that determine then in those two clutch matches, let's say.
Yep.
Yeah.
So perhaps, and that's the beauty of this tournament as well, you get time to make up and then
Yeah.
just two wins as they say, just
Yeah,
two
see,
wins.
1992 also. Teams that start well.
Pakistan didn't start well.
Yeah, India also didn't start well. Australia didn't start well. Except Pakistan, everybody else started well, but then they collapsed towards the semi-final. I mean, New
92
Zealand-
was when you actually saw the Kudrat ka nizam.
Yeah,
92.
yeah. I mean, remember that one point that they got from that washed out game against England proved to be the difference maker.
Yeah.
Had they not gotten that 1 point, then it would have been Australia or West Indies as the fourth team. And in the semi-final, Inzamam and Javed Miandar stepped up. And in the final, Imran Khan stepped up and Wasim. And that's why 2019, you look at it, India dominated the league stages, just suffered one loss. But then you saw what happened against New Zealand. Jokes aside, I mean, 240 couldn't be chased. That's the pressure of a semi-final.
I haven't got no interest. I have minus 10.
I have actually.
She was minus 10.
92,
I was
right?
minus 2.
-2. I was +8. I was +8 when I saw that grainy.
So you must have actually seen it, not just like highlights or stories.
But
It was a
8-year-old.
grainy visual. No,
Ah, but you don't
I love
remember
the
it.
color. I got hooked by two colors there, which made me wow. I think this game is interesting.
The India
The
jersey.
yellow of Australia.
Australia.
That canary yellow was a treat. Pakistan's green was unbelievable. And the third, which was Zimbabwe's red. That was amazing. The 92 jersey remains one of the greatest jerseys.
Pakistan's, right?
Every team.
I think Pakistan's even
Except New Zealand.
Even India's iconic, by the way. We had.
I loved that Indian jersey.
The striped one, right?
Yeah.
With the
You remember-
indigo
With the
blue.
tricolor.
I remember Kiran More the most, I think, from that particular time.
I remember Srikanth
Srikanth.
was on his last legs in international cricket. I mean, he got out for 4 ducks, if I'm not mistaken, in that entire series. Australia got out for a duck, South Africa got out for a duck, New Zealand got out for a duck. All the Siena countries he struggled. That's what I remember in that. No, he did well against England.
What's your first cricketing memory, though?
My first cricketing memory?
First ever.
First ever. India versus Australia versus New Zealand, Auckland 1992.
Of course, New Zealand had to be there.
Yeah. Martin Crowe pulling a short ball from Peter Sleep and it raced to the deep square leg fence for a boundary. That was my first ever cricketing visual that I remember. If it's India, the first memory that I've had, a very memorable one, was India, Sachin Tendulkar's straight drive at Wankhede of Phil De Freitas, 1993 Mumbai Test. When India brown-washed England 3-0.
Brown-washed.
Yeah. There is a documentary called The Brown Wash, which highlights India, how they dominated England in Calcutta, Madras, Bombay. That time in 93, it was still those cities. Calcutta, Bombay, Madras. Yeah, so those are my cricketing.
And Gargi, how about you? First cricketing memory.
I have no clue.
First ever. This got to be one.
Oh, I think something that made an impression,
Yeah,
which I'll remember forever, is of course winning the World Cup. Dhoni 6.
of course.
That's it. I was 11, so that's pretty young for me as well.
Yeah. I was also, I think I was 9 then, and it has to do with the 2003 World Cup.
Yes.
So that Sachin Tendulkar dismissal.
Oh,
again,
this was not the 6.
not the 6. Of course, that's 6-2, but then I think he was on 94 when
98.
98. Shoaib Akhtar again, and this whole debate. I remember the fact that it was still in school and we were all, going gaga about Sachin. That was the era of Sachin Tendulkar.
Oh, yeah.
And you were all talking because it hit him here. We were all talking, okay, glove is out, but is the
Elbow.
The elbow guard also count as part of the bat and extension.
The
it was highly debated. You remember that very well.
The most debatable thing, and that's where I lost it with the Indian fans, was Ponting had a spring in that bat.
Oh my God.
That was a World Cup to remember.
Yeah.
I lost it, and then I said, I don't even want to be associated. Yeah, come on. A genius knock like that gets
and
totally.
after that, I remember everyone in India, and especially his kids, we were all on the lookout for that Kookaburra bat that he used.
Yes.
Spring wali.
Spring bat.
Yeah.
Two stories really dominated. One, and the other one was Gilchrist using that tennis ball.
But that was 2007.
Was it not 3 only?
7. Squash ball. You put a
Squash ball,
in his
yeah, squash
glove.
ball.
That was 2007.
Yeah, he said that it gave him better grip with the bat.
7. That was.
That too was half cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why. So, okay, then
That
let's take some comments before we get ready for the match. And Alston Menzies is like saying, Sid, Australia's slump doesn't bother me. Australians get their A game when it matters. Even WTC, most were giving India that Australians just dominate. I think Aussies may win the World Cup. I mean, you're not wrong, Alston. I mean, Australia is one of the favourites, but. And I also said 2021, Australia had lost 8 out of 10 T20As. They were in a much tougher group, but what happened? They won. They won in the most alien of situations. And remember, Australia's first ever World Cup came in India, their title, in 1987, which was a rather close one. Akash Bharadwaj was also always like this before World Cup 2015, 2002. I don't remember. Aus were brutal. Akash, you can't
come on, yaar. 3-7 was utter domination by the Aussies, yaar.
Australia won 21 consecutive ODIs in that period in 2003.
Even if you ask, go and make a point.
2003, they won 21 consecutive ODIs. But 2007, prior to the World Cup, they were whitewashed 3-0 by New Zealand. But what happened in the World Cup? They just dominated.
It reminds me of a tale.
Yellow wash.
Yeah, you can think of the yellow wash.
It reminds me of a tale that is frequently quoted, and that's to do with Saurav Ganguly. And what Bajjupa, since you hear Bajjupa on our show very often, that he used to say that to Saurav Ganguly, oh, what is this team? You get the best batters out, and number 7 you see a Gilchrist walk out.
Test match.
That was the team that had a Ponting, that had a Hayden, that had...
I'll just tell you that entire list. I remember it because he was so dominant. Hayden, Langer. Getting through them, good luck.
Yeah.
You had Ponting my
3.
goodness. You had Damien Martin.
Oh.
Or Michael Clark.
But he would come at number 4.
Number 4, okay. Then you had
Clark was much later.
4, he came at 4,
yeah.
2004.
5.
2004,
Yeah.
He was the start of that domination. 4 would be Martin, 5 would be Clark. 6 would be a certain Simo later on for 5. 7 would be Gilchrist. Then it would be Brett Lee.
Yeah, and if you were to go
Jason Gillespie at 9.
You had Lehman as well.
Darren Lehman, man.
He used to butcher bowlers for fun.
Excellent player of spin.
Yeah.
Number 5 would be Lehman or /Clark or /Martin. Gilchrist, Lee, Vaughan, Gillespie,
McGrath.
Legendary names. Legendary.
Goosebumps inducing team. So, Dex is saying, Gargi, Sidvi, Harshit, South Africa arrived. We are officially in the World Cup season. Yes, it seems to be that South Africa have arrived for acclimatizing and all that. New Zealand are acclimatizing in Bangladesh because they have won the match there after 15 years in Bangladesh. That is something. I mean, you haven't won Bangladesh for 15 years. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, I'm not surprised because even in recent years, if you see what a dominant team they are at home, Bangladesh. Very well. You would remember that very well. You lost the ODI series just about 6 months back over there.
You lost twice, 2015 and 2021.
Exactly. And by the way, in the test matches as well, the 2 test matches you played, you were challenged.
Yep, you were.
Dhanush has a super chat and he's saying Australia to win their 6th World Cup because their players are picked based on performance and not based on favoritism.
Favoritism?
Okay, I think he is referring
Where is favoritism? I don't know. I mean, one more
I think KL Rahul. I mean, no. It's not. I'm not saying I'm saying that. the general public believes
Yeah,
so.
Even KL Rahul has answered his critics in.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't understand.
I sense it could be with Surya perhaps.
Surya,
But Surya actually silenced your critics in that one game that he played.
Yeah.
So, guys, pick your best.
Even though I
fast bowler.
disagree in the sense that I think Surya needs to do much more to be able to justify the backing that he's gotten.
Yeah, yeah.
But I get your point. There are a couple of selections in this side which make people think that it's the Mumbai quota or the Mumbai Indians quota
Yeah,
and
yeah,
whatnot. But I'll tell you what, guys, now that it's done, now that you know who your 11 are going to be, now that you pretty much have an idea who your backups also are, there's really no point now deliberating.
It's done.
and also
No, that's
you saw the likes of Rahul Dravid, Rohit Sharma, and the rest backing KL Rahul, and now we know that it was all for some reason. There was a reason why KL Rahul was given a
There
clean.
should have, in the first place, never be a question mark on the backing that KL Rahul was getting, especially
Yeah,
in the ODI format.
exactly.
If it were to happen in some other format, would have disagreed.
Understood.
Not in the ODI format.
ODI, he's a proven performer, yaar.
I mean, look, Surya is benefiting from the fact that Rahul Dravid and the team management, they believe in a long rope for certain players. Rahul Dravid himself had a very long rope in ODIs. I mean, I've been saying it. Surya, I mean, see, if he plays like the way how he did, but many people are arguing, oh, where's that X factor then? Do you want an X factor or do you want someone? Because similar kind of thing even Sanju will do.
You will need that X factor only if the situation demands. Surya plays the way that he does in T20 cricket because that's what the situation demands.
Exactly.
The situation at a 1K day or a belter of a track, wherever you may be playing, requires you to post a 200 plus total. Surya Kumar Yadav batting first will give you those quick fire 40 runs and about 15-20 deliveries.
Yep, indeed.
But he is not probably going to be required to do that in the ODI format, where the whole point of the format is that you take your time to settle down and then pace your innings.
Should I take a leave?
Of course, yes. Gargi will be taking your leave, guys, because she's not going home. She's going to the theatre of dreams for her, which is the Budh Grand Prix, the MotoGP Bharat, a historic first, which is happening. So she'll be giving you live updates from there. Goodbye. So goodbye, Gargi. Enjoy the race and may your favorite racer win. Who are you backing?
We are 46, Marco Bezzacchi.
Bezzacchi? You don't think Bagnaia or anybody is not going to win today?
Oh, of course.
Bagnaia, I think is.
as well.
Yeah. Mir or Martin.
Martin and
Bagnaia, yep. I'm backing Bagnaia to win today. So that's the situation. And Gargi will be bringing you live updates from the MotoGP Bharat that's been held at the Budh International Circuit. And remember, yesterday the unseasonal rain that happened in Delhi threw everybody alright at Budh International Circuit. There was a bad crash also. I think one Japanese driver, I think his bike was on fire.
That was a literal bolt out of the blue.
I mean, it was apocalyptic, the storm that happened. I mean,
I still saw some trees, uprooted and all on the way to work.
Yeah.
And in fact, my whole street was waterlogged. I couldn't get out of the house for a good couple of hours. I had to wait for the water to recede.
Yeah. I mean, that area of drainage is a suspect at this point.
Yeah.
Anyway, even the best of rains, Delhi can be suspect too. You saw the recent flooding, how bad it was.
But also because the area that I stay in, it's where it is. It's the basin is such that's where the trajectory, let's say, is such that that's where you get most of it.
Correct.
On the incline.
Exactly. But today, 3 changes though, man. There is Josh Hazelwood, Alex Carey and Spencer Johnson in. So, Spencer Johnson, a left armour, we will be really wondering how it will be. Pawan, if you can get only both of us, that will be great. So, apart from Oz, Dex, who are the favourites to win the 2007 World Cup? That's a good question. I think Sri Lanka were the favourites because they had established a very good consistent run at that time. And they challenged Australia even in Australia at that time. So that's why I think Sri Lanka were the favourites. But I think you are not going to challenge Australia.
Frame bus.
Yeah.
Just take the two of us.
So Akash Bharadwaj, guys, pick your best fast bowler spell. Mine is Johnson in 2014 and at Oz and SA 57 because that year of Mitchell Johnson where
he was wreaking havoc in the Ashes also, I remember.
Yeah. I mean, he made fast bowling look scary. I mean, I remember Dale Stein's quotes after that spell that he was having. Where else can you try to kill two batsmen legitimately with a bouncer. Where in the world can you get a legitimate way to kill a batter? It's through the bouncer. So that's why it's going to be very, very interesting. It's Rituraj Gaikwad and Shubman Gill who are opening. They had a wonderful opening
Same
stand.
pair that you saw the last time around.
Yep.
And as far as India are concerned, let's quickly, Siddharth, talk about, let's say, what India can achieve from this match, because remember, a couple of these players will not be playing third match.
Rituraj won't. Prasidh won't. That's it.
Surya also might not play.
Yeah, Surya will not play. This is a key game for Shreyas Iyer.
Key game for Shreyas Iyer, key game for Surya also, I would say.
Yep.
For Ritu, it won't change a lot because he's anyway going to be playing the Asian games.
Yep.
But Surya Kumar Yadav, since he has in some manner justified his place, I think you expect a similar performance from him, and he really needs those runs in this format of the game.
Exactly.
Prasidh, I'm not too sure because
he'll be in the backup.
He'll be in the backup, and that's it. But
also maybe a last game for Shami, because it will be unfortunately a Siraj / Shami situation. I'm sorry. I mean, if you have to play Shami, drop Shardul. As simple as that.
I am very clear. You must do that, but I know it won't happen.
It is gaining traction though at this point. It is gaining traction, that thing.
Yeah, with that fifer that he took the other day. Again, I really like that thought because two things.
Just stop somewhere, Pawan. Stop the comments.
Two things, in fact, with regards to that. One, of course, you should play your best 5 bowlers. That's number one.
Yep.
Second is the fact that
bad start for Spencer Johnson, a boundary. I'll take Ronak Sinha's comment. Do you think India should have dropped Shardul and played either Siraj, Mukesh? Shardul is neither able to bowl or bat. He's a real bits and pieces. He's not an all-rounder. Ronak Sinha, that's what even Harshit is highlighting.
Ronak made that point last time around.
Yeah, and maybe if he doesn't do well in the Indore ODI and he doesn't get picked in Rajkot, then I think that will gain credence.
In fact, I think it's a crucial game for Jadeja as well.
No, Jadeja with the
bat.
ball. With the ball is
but you need to see Jadeja with the bat.
At number 7, what are you looking at? You want him to make a 30-20 or you want to 50-60 at number 7?
Yeah, you're at least expecting, let's say, about a 40 from him of about 35 deliveries, 32 deliveries, something like that.
Maybe that's kind of. Kalyan Kumar, what is your opinion on Tilak Verma? I think Tilak will feature a lot after the 2023 ODI World Cup. Changes in the air at that time. So he will feature a lot more. I think he will be one of your key members in the 2024 T20 World Cup.
Definitely will be. He's been bowling a lot of off spin as well in the nets. He's been preparing. He's being, in fact, looked at as somebody who can bat in the middle order and give you a couple of overs of off spin as well. And as you clearly know, there is a dearth
2 boundaries
of off spinners, 2 boundaries of what, 2 deliveries? 3
deliveries, yep.
3 deliveries. So 8 runs on the board for India. It's been a good start. So that quick prediction, India batting first, Indore, flat track.
295 and India win.
295. I think I'll go a little up. I'll go with 312 maybe.
And India.
And India win, yeah.
Yep. I don't see. I think Australia may kind of struggle if the pitch doesn't have any dew. I think the outfield do not have that much dew at this time. I think Australia will struggle if it grips and becomes slow and low to bat on towards the end. So, good bowling. But Spencer Johnson is a future, but he'll have a baptism by fire at this point in time in Indore. So
he wouldn't want to be bowling here,
but that's the way it is. So join us for Spat Sports today. We are going to give you all the latest information. Remember, volleyball is going on. India versus Japan, and India lost the first set. Let's see how they have performed later. Now there has been a great thing when it comes to table tennis. Medals in shooting, medals in rowing, medal assured in cricket. Let's see how the rest of the day goes. Key game for India in hockey, in football though. India versus Myanmar today. Yeah. That we'll be bringing you all the Asian Games updates as and when it comes. From me, Harshit and Gargi here. It's bye-bye. See you.